Welcome back to Those Who Serve. Been spending time with these fellows here, veterans of the Marine Corps, and sharing some of the funny things. You left off telling a story on a medic. You did a good job making sure you put that disclaimer in there.
I want to cover that thing, yeah.
But go right ahead.
They were good people. But we had marched probably 8, maybe 9 hours, and we stopped to chow down. And we just stepped off the side of the trail, chow down. We was there 10 minutes max, you know. Everybody just opened a can of sea rats, eat them, go. So we fell back in and started going and got up there and was trying to get sneaked in to set up an ambush. So we'd slowed down and we'd sent a point and a couple a fire team on forward to try to find a place set up. And we just stepped off the side of the trail and set back up. We've been there about 10 minutes and we hear somebody coming down the trail singing the Marine Corps hymn at the top of his lungs. So watch, you know, raised up and look, and here comes the corpsman, one of the corpsmen. We sat down, he was so tired he fell off asleep. Woke up and he was by himself. But he knows we're going, you know, all he knows is just get in that trail and come on. So he's coming down that trail singing the Marine Corps hymn to the top of his lungs.
That won't get shot.
Yeah. And he got up there and the captain just chewed him out good, you know. He said, "Be quiet, you know what?" I said, why would a Navy man be singing the Marine Corps hymn anyway? He said, "Do you think I'm going to walk into a Marine Corps ambush and singing Anchors Away, my boy?"
That's pretty quick-witted.
Oh, yeah, he was an intelligent fellow.
Yeah. Well, sea rats, you know, was there anything good at all about sea rats?
Oh, I like them.
Did you?
hope so.
Nutritious, were they?
Gain weight on them.
What was your favorite, Leon?
All of them.
They kept you going, didn't they?
I did. I really did. I didn't have a problem with any of them.
We had a chef, trained to be a chef. His daddy was a chef up in New York or somewhere. And he studied for about a year, you know, whatever how they do that. And he said, anything y'all don't want, he said, just bring it over here, keep it, you know. He said, I'll make a stew out of it. And when we was in the camp or something, you know, he'd make up all the stew you ever eat in your life. He could get onions. I don't know where he got the onions at, but I reckon he's just one of them guys. Well, he's a chef, you know. Of course, he's out there with us, you know. This was in the rear, but boy, it's good.
Now, did you ever get used to eating Vietnamese food? Was it something that ever took a shine to?
I don't remember. Not really. I don't remember eating over there. You know, I mean, we had us to pig.
Didn't want to have no.
I didn't have opportunity in Vietnam. Down in Japan we did, but I liked it. You know, the food there in Japan is great.
Did y'all ever have a chance, Thomas, to eat in?
One time we was at Arvin camp, the Vietnamese Arvin, and we tried some rice, fish stuff, but it wasn't. I didn't like it. I didn't eat much of it, but we tried it. You know, they wanted us to try it. You know, so we just passing through there. You know.
Now, your average time in country, y'all said a regular rotation was 13 months. And how many total months, Leon, did you have in country over there before you got wounded and medevac?
Probably about 8, 9 months, something like that.
And you were an old salt by then, considered real salty.
Yeah.
And you had a 13 months.
13 months, 8 days, 4 hours, 35 minutes. I was there. It was 8 days. I don't remember that, but I was 8 days late. My order was 8 days late getting the case on. I was there 13 months, and we've had a 13-month, 8-day tour because of the. Well, at that time, everything was blowed out at case. So you couldn't land a plane up there. You know, I mean, anything come in was chopper, and when you know, basically choppers in and out, and the orders just. It was just that late getting orders in, and you know.
Not a lot of fond memories at Case Nine.
Nah, not really.
Just a rough place to be.
Well, it was. Yeah, it was. You know, it was busy. It was busy. Yeah, we stayed pretty busy up there.
As far as your time in country, how much time did you spend over there?
In Vietnam, I stayed 7 months, I guess. So we went to Japan and split that.
Okay.
They rotated us.
So you have a split rotation on
Right, yeah. I stayed half of it in Japan, half over there, which I guess it was over probably stayed longer in both places, more than 13 months, you know, I mean.
But you
like I
had a
said,
total of 4 years in service and
like
come out as
89 days, staying 4 years.
and came out as a E5.
A5, right.
Now, Thomas, how much time did you spend in country over Vietnam?
Almost 11 months. Been there about 11 months.
So what did you do after you got medevaced? Where did they take you?
Got medevaced out to Akusko Naval Hospital in Japan. I stayed in hospital, I think, 43 days, and come back to Okinawa.
Mm-hmm.
I had like 20, 30 days left, and they put me on guard duty. I'd made corporal. They said, you're a corporal now. We're going to send you down here, and you'll finish out your time on guard duty.
So you spent a total over 4 years in the Marine Corps. Right now, where did when you come back to the States, what duty did they assign you to?
Oh, I was in the same thing, weapons, machine gun weapons, and then I came back to Camp Lejeune and I came home on leave first. Went back to Camp Lejeune. In about 3 months, they sent me to Cuba.
Oh boy!
But that's good. I liked it. That's a good duty station because they, you know, wasn't nothing to do, stand guard. And in the meantime, I got down there and I was there about 2 months. And they promoted me to sergeant.
No.
So I didn't have to stand no more guard. And they put me in, I was platoon sergeant then.
Platoon sergeant.
Yep.
Leon, after you got wounded, you took you several stops before you got back to the States. How much recovery time did it take you to get back up? Because I know Dale had said he come visit you.
Dale comes to see me at Portsmouth Naval Hospital in Portsmouth, Virginia. That's where one of the major hospitals of the Navy. I stayed like from November to the next July over in the hospital at Portsmouth Naval.
Uh-huh. And then you ended up working on, and was that when you ended up going back and working on the honor guard detail? Is that when that happened?
No, that's, everybody gets selected for honor guard detail, but I fortunately pulled a short med cruise and then come back and wound up in Charleston Naval Weapons Station as training NCO down there. Great duty. And I'd get a different platoon like every 2 weeks and running through a training cycle, and it was a good place.
Did you see them look at you like you used to look at them others? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm going to have to go to a break, so folks, don't go away. We're going to be right back, so stay tuned. Welcome back to Those Who Serve. We've been fortunate to spend really the last 2 hours with these gentlemen. We got Thomas Payne, David Elliot, David Cantrell, Leon Parks, veterans of the Vietnam War, served in the Marine Corps. Appreciate you fellows being on here and the time that we've laughed. We talked about some serious stuff. But Leon, as we get down into this thing, what did it mean to you serving your country in the Marine Corps? Looking back now, what did it mean to you?
It meant a lot to me. The Marine Corps, as we said going off, I think taught me patience and respect, Russell, for the entire human race. And I learned a lot of patience to think a little bit before you do. And I'd like to add one thing. I watched Joe Kelly's show, Focus on Excellence, and I enjoy it. But I think the men of our country, and I'm sitting with 3 of them now that pay their taxes, go to vote, and these men have raised fine families. Mm-hmm. America's full of people like that.
Amen.
That is the backbone of America, and I think I'm sitting with 3 men of excellence, including everyone else.
Yeah, appreciate that. I know, David, how much you appreciate Leon being raised right there on the east side of you. Tell us a little about, in retrospect, looking back, what did it mean to you to get to serve the Marine Corps?
Well, it's something you'll always be proud of. You wouldn't take nothing for it. I guess if I learned one thing, I've tried to think about this thing a little, and I wish our country had learned it, to be honest with you. I can fight for my freedom, but if you're not man enough to fight for yours, I can't take it for you. And I hope we're not into that situation again. But a man's got to care enough about his freedom. They could have drew a parallel in Vietnam at the DMC, just like they did in Korea, but they didn't choose to. But those people didn't want their freedom enough to keep it, you know, to fight for it and keep it. And you know, like I say, I think if anything we should have learned from that is that. You know, that you can't fight for another man's freedom. A man's got to want to be free enough to die for it himself and not somebody else. And like I say, I enjoyed being here. Appreciate your show.
Appreciate you, buddy.
And but I don't know, you know, like Leon said, it teaches you to have a lot of respect for your fellow man.
Amen. David, looking back after all these years.
Well, I enjoyed it, and I really did. I volunteered for all of it, and I wouldn't change a thing. But the respect and discipline it learned me, and it helped me more. Like after you get out and go get a job and work for people, you just, I don't really know how to explain it, but you know, the things when, like I'm sure everywhere, when you work, nothing don't upset me. I mean, your boss can't get on you enough.
You done seen it, right?
I mean,
I agree.
he ain't in the league with it, you know, where we've been.
Yeah.
So, and they don't like it while if something gets upset, you can see the ones that hadn't got military background. They don't know how to handle it. Well, they said, you don't get upset about what, you know. You know, I mean, it's just nothing to it. I mean,
simple.
you just, I don't know. It's just, but I respect,
Taught
like you
you
said.
patience, didn't it? That's what.
Yeah,
Leon-
exactly. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
and you respect people. But you want them to respect you. You know, it's a two-way street. You know.
Yeah. Now, Thomas, looking back after all this time, and we've been fortunate that you've shared several times with me back through the years. What has it meant to you looking back?
Well, it's just like them boys there summed it up pretty good. Discipline, the discipline part now. But it's like they said, you know, it's just, I wouldn't take nothing for it. And you get along with a lot of different people, you know, you got so many different people in there, you know, you learn how to get along with them. I think it helps you get along out here too, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And now you can just put your mind to it, you can just about do what you want to do, you know. They train you, you know, your body can go on, you know, your mind, you might think you can't, but your body can go on, you know, sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
Like pouring cement, I'd be dead sometimes, you know, so well, I got to just reach a little more, you know. And I think that helped me out
Yeah,
on some
sure.
of these rough places.
Absolutely.
But they pretty well summed it up, you know, about.
Now you made your living pouring concrete, finishing concrete these last.
laying brick. I used to lay brick and block. And that's all I ever done, you know.
Lockheed, how many years?
I have 26 years now.
26 years and still going.
Right.
David, I know you spent a lot of time with Temple Inland Road.
Yeah, the old Georgia Craft
How
Camp.
many?
32 and a half, yeah. And I well for a living now and farm.
Farm.
Yeah, got a little welding business, just
Got me started
well
in
enough
farming,
to,
didn't you?
yeah, just weld enough to keep myself from starving to death, what you said. Working pretty good. Not doing a whole lot of work, but eating a lot.
Hey, I'll tell you what.
Enjoying life,
Yeah.
yeah, enjoying the grandbabies.
There you go.
Everything going well.
He
Blessed to be
he
here.
about helped me raise mine.
Yeah,
I've always
fine
appreciated it.
kids.
Leon, what have you been? You farming, real estate,
Farming and real estate, just whatever it takes.
enjoying life.
Russell, I'm having a ball.
Yeah. Every time I see you, that's the way it comes across. And
I really am.
I appreciate you being so upbeat. And fellas, I can't tell you how thrilled I've been this time that we've spent together. You just don't know how much I appreciate what you said about all of y'all. I feel that
same,
way. And I
yeah,
feel that way
absolutely.
about veterans.
Absolutely, that was the point I meant to.
I mean, salt of the earth. David said it. We've heard it. Salt of the earth people.
Backbone of our
the
country.
backbone of our country. When the nation called, you went and did what was required and come on back and spent the rest of your life being the backbone of our country. And I want you to know how honored I am you come be on the show. Folks, we want to say this as we get ready to sign off. You take some time. They're everywhere. And I'm honored because I get the joy of speaking with them, getting to know them, and we never do a show that we don't go away that I don't find them to be a better friend to me than even before, no matter how good they've meant to me. But I want you to take time, sit down, and just chat with them, and you'll come away with a deeper respect for them. And you may be surprised. They're at church, they're at work, they're sitting by you at the store. Spend a little time, and then let them know how much you appreciate them because they did serve and serve honorably. And always, always, we want you to know how much we appreciate you. Stay in tune to those who serve, and we hope and pray that the good Lord will watch over you, and we'll get to tuning back in here next time. So we appreciate you.